Welcome to the Cosmic Download for December 2018. I'm Anna Francesca Celestino. I'm an intuitive.
And I am Simone Butler. I'm an astrologer.
Excellent. So here we are. We're ready to take a look at the last month of the year. Very exciting. I can't believe it's been another whole year here. But here we are. And I just want to sort of remind us that 2018 was an 11 year. It's a year of mastery. And so everything that's been happening over the course of this year has been about us bringing all of our experience, all of our knowledge together and bringing that to a point of creating a sense of mastery in our lives. So whether it was emotional work or whether it was with career or family or money or whatever that is, really getting to a point of really understanding it and putting it all together, bringing it all together to a point of mastery. And so with that said, I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Simone.
Well, mastery is a great big word. And we certainly have been going through some very big energy since Jupiter moved into Sagittarius early in November. And I can talk more about that. But I just don't want anybody feeling like, gosh, if I didn't achieve mastery by the end of this year, I'm in trouble, right?
Well, right, I agree. But the thing is, this year has some of the currents, the energies of this year, we had all of those retrogrades that were going on, and they were all about going back, revisiting, refining the things that we've learned, the things that we've experienced, working with them, choosing what we were going to carry with us, what we were going to let go. So it really has been a refinement and improvement, honing. And that's what I mean by a sense of mastery. I'm not saying that you've got it perfect and you don't have to do another thing. But I think it has been a whole year of really working hard to bring all that together. And that brings me to the energy for this month. And folks, you will not hear me saying this very often because usually I'm all about the hard work and the personal work and the shadow and all that. That I got for this month was peace. It's like, finally, we can exhale. We can really appreciate the work that we've done. We can stop. We can breathe. We've done it. That's my title for the December reading that I did was You Did It. And I'm sure being on top of a mountain, overlooking the views, just standing at the top of everything, having climbed that mountain and being able to look out and say, I did it. So that's the primary energy that I'm getting for this month.
Cool. Well, we are finishing up a Mercury retrograde period right now. And actually, Mercury goes direct on the same day as the new moon in Sagittarius. And depending on where you live, that's either the 6th or the 7th of December. And so after that, I think we will be feeling a sense of more like a completion or an ability to gain some perspective on all that we've been through. Because although, of course, Mercury goes retrograde every 3 months or so, 3 to 4 months, it still, it's a very important time to complete the past. And that's where we've been over the last month or so. And there's been a lot of soul searching going on and a lot of I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it's been about getting in touch with some patterns that have been with me my whole life. I recently last weekend, I did the most wonderful art therapy workshop. And one of the things we did was express our anger through art. So there are many ways to do that. You can just draw, this was at the Expressive Art Studio that Tish Schoberg runs here in San Diego. She put on tribal music, and we just threw paint at the wall where there were, papers set up for us. And it was so cathartic. And then we did some contained ritual around expressing things that had been buried for a long time. So I'd really encourage everyone to do that, not just the first week of the month when Mercury actually has moved back into Scorpio. So if you're going to do it, that would be a good time during the balsamic moon before the new moon. But after that, I think it's a time of bearing witness was the phrase that came to me. Really bear witness to yourself for how far you've come. Bear witness for others. You know, both, I mean, I'm not saying that you want to judge other people, but bearing witness in my mind is more about being there for people and reflecting back to them where they are and doing the same for yourself.
I came up with the same thing, Simone. My thing to do for this month was to just set aside some quiet time for yourself and take a look. And the questions that I proposed were, where were you at when you started this year? What was your perspective on your life when you started this year? And where are you at now? What is the perspective that you have on your life now? Because I think that the thing that's probably changed most for us this year is our perspective.
Mm-hmm.
How we see our lives, how we see who we are in our lives is the thing that's changed the most. I think if we look at it collectively, we're seeing the same thing. It's been such a year of upheaval and conflict, and I think what we're, I said this a year ago in the summer when we had the eclipse. I think we are on this massive process deciding who we're going to be together collectively, and I think our perspective has changed from when we started this year. I think that collectively we've grown, we've evolved, we've flushed out a lot of the shadow stuff that's been going on in our country and in the world. We're getting, I think, a much better handle on what's happening here. So that's my proposal for us personally this year is, where did I start this year and where am I now? And really see for yourself the growth that's happened.
Right. And while we're still heavily under the Sagittarian energy, in other words, while Mercury's still in Sag, while the Sun is in Sag, the Sagittarian point connects with the galactic center, which is like the furthest point at which we can gain perspective on where we are. We can tune into that point this month. And so it's about visioning and sitting with the vision of what you want. It's not so much about creating the nuts and bolts plan. Once the sun gets into Capricorn at the solstice, and especially, and we'll talk way more about this next month, there's a solar eclipse in Capricorn, very near Saturn in Capricorn early next month. So that is the month for really moving forward with a plan. You can be thinking about your plan now and visioning on it, but don't get too far ahead of yourself. Really, this should be a month of enjoyment and, maybe travel. This energy certainly supports travel. But one thing you can do is to look at the choices that you're making. I'm going to write more about this in my essay for the new moon, but I think it's important to look at what you're choosing and really take responsibility for it. Are your choices moving you forward? Are they taking you backward? So this will all be important information to get clear on by the end of the month so that you can move into your new year with a plan, that is going to take you forward, hopefully.
Yeah, it's so funny. We're so in sync this month. I wrote in my report as well that you'll have time next month to move forward, start making changes, start fixing things and all that stuff. But for right now, your accomplishments, just really take the time to appreciate what you've done this year. So we're on the same page about that. I wanted to just mention that what I have coming up in December as for an event is one of my absolute favorite topics, and it's about cycles. Our shift system, which you guys hear me talk about, our 90-day group coaching program is coming to an end. The 90 days is coming to an end for this cycle. And We usually do a graduation and everybody's invited to come and join us. It's a free workshop. So my topic for this month or for the graduation is cycles. And looking at, I believe that when we understand the bigger picture of cycles, beginnings, middles, endings, that kind of thing, when we can recognize where we are in the cycle in our lives, we can get in sync with life. And it will help move us. We get life behind us, the full force of life behind us, instead of going against the reality of where we're at in the cycle and sort of, walking into the wind. So that's our topic for the graduation. It is Monday night, December 17th, at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and I'll put information below in the show notes.
Great. Well, I'm offering a special for December, and what it is when you sign up for my weekly show, which is a really great show. It's a little video, like 10 minutes, in which I tell you all about what's going on for the week, and then I have written forecasts for your sign in general, like something you can check every day to see what's a good day for this or not a good day for that, and what to expect for the week ahead. So when you sign up for that, which is on patreon.com, and it's on my website, you can see it there, and then you will get a natal report, a free 17-page natal report specific to your chart, your date, time, place of birth, and it basically tells where your planets are, what houses they're in, the aspects. It breaks the whole thing down for you, which, it can never substitute for a live astrologer like myself doing your chart, but it's a wonderful thing, particularly if you're learning astrology. So that's through the end of December.
Simone gifted me with one, and it was just filled with all kinds of fascinating information where you go, oh yeah, that's how I am. Oh, that's why I'm like that. Oh, that's what I do. Yeah, it was great. I love it.
And you can give it as a gift. If you'd rather have me run it for someone in your life that you want to give a nice holiday gift to, I can do that instead.
Wonderful. Awesome. And all the information that you need for that is in the notes below. So, Simone, have we done it for this month?
Well, I just would like to encourage everyone to first of all, sign up at our YouTube page if you're not already there, to get notice of the Cosmic Download when it's posted, but also just to give us some feedback. Let us know, were we right on? Were we not? Did you have an example of something that happened in your life that you want to share? We'd love to get a little more interaction going there.
That's great. I love it. In the comment sections below, just leave us a note. Tell us how we're doing. I also thought it would be fun to invite you guys to put a note in the comments below on, what you feel your greatest accomplishment was for this year. We'd love to see what you're up to and how you're doing with your life, because that's what we care about most here. So love that. So please, give us. We're always offering things out. We'd love to hear from you. So.
And by accomplishment, that doesn't necessarily mean you won the Nobel Prize, right? It might be a very small, subtle thing, like I shifted the dynamic in my house with my warring cats, just more centered and calm within myself, right? Absolutely.
I think most of the changes this year have been internal. Oh yeah, definitely. What's shifted for you? We'd love to hear. So I think that's it for us. We always want to thank you for being with us. We appreciate your support. We appreciate the work that you're doing in your life to grow and change and contribute more to this beautiful world that we live in. So we thank you for being with us. We wish you a wonderful closing to your year, and we'll see you in 2019.
See you next time.